Frozy, welcome back to the channel. I'm happy to see y'all. Hopefully y'all happy to see me. Welcome to the first episode for Exodus, the Walk 'em Down. Let's walk 'em down. Well, what's this, Froze? You always got a new show. Well, I'll tell you. We're going to take a matchup that we got coming up, big cards that we got coming up, and we're going to walk them down. We're going to take a little bit of a walk when it comes to, you know, who's the favorite, who's the A side, who's the B side, who has the momentum going into the battle, who needs a performance, you know, all those types of sorts of things. And we take a deeper look in the battle rap, some of these great matchups we got coming up to end the year, and also just doing my TBL due diligence because I happen to be employed over there. Shouts out to the good brothers, Kenny and Chilla Jones and all the staff over there. Now, October 11th, Exodus, Easy to Block Captain versus New Jersey Twerk. Of course, we're going to do a walk it down episode, a walk 'em down episode for that. And this ain't no disrespect to my main man. I can't think of his name, but he does battles where he calls it the walk down. But take this walk with me is Rosenberg's line. It's always been my line. So walk 'em down, the walk down a little different. I don't want him to think I was biting, no diddy, but with that being said, Froze, who we covering today? Well, let's talk about it. John the Don versus what up? John the Don versus Swamp. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is a very good matchup. Very good matchup, right? We look at the stats, 68 battles, 640 average for John. He's got 43 million total. Swamp, 34 battles, half the work. He's averaging a smooth 123,000 views per battle, which is not too shabby. 4.2 million total. So it's safe to say that just to start off, if you ain't new here, you know John's tenure has been a lot more longer than Swamp's. His career is a lot more decorated. He's been around way longer. He has double the amount of battles. He has ×5 the amount of views average. He has literally 39 million more views than him, and we're not even counting other metrics. This is just YouTube. Okay, so what does that tell us? Well, without looking at the numbers, but I'm doing this for the people who might be casuals. John's the vet here. John's the vet here. Let's take a look at his last three. So we got John the Don versus Frack, John the Don versus Serious Jones, John the Don versus Calico. Politics as usual. Now, two things stand out to me when I look at these matchups. The Serious Jones matchup, John the Don was pretty damn good to have 3 days prep. If you guys forgot about that, that just wasn't a matchup that just was booked and promoted. No, they actually came and saved the day for some shit that happened for the trenches. John the Don and Serious Jones both put on, right? And the John had a Cassidy battle set up shortly after that, that ended up going down, and they had him in the hot seat, and a lot of people were questioning his business and stuff like that, which I kind of thought superseded what he actually was doing lately as of gaining momentum for himself. Well, he just goes up to battle Frack, and if you ask me, he was pretty damn good at Mad 6. I called that pay-per-view. Frack was good. John was pretty damn elite in that battle. He looked good. His angles were hitting, he was executing, and it looked like the old John. The thing about John the Don is he deals with, at this juncture of his career, some consistency issues, but that's it. It's just consistency. I like to call John, and this is no disrespect because he's an all-timer in my opinion, and when he's done, his jersey should be hung in the Raptors. John's hit or miss. And that's okay. There's a lot of battle rappers that are like that have not reached the level of John. He's hit or miss. Well, what does that mean, Froze? Well, he's a strategist. Sometimes he can overthink it. Sometimes he can underthink it. Sometimes he could go for an angle that ends the battle or it hurts him in the battle. And that's what you deal with, the ebbs and flows of being a strategist, a anglist. That's John's whole bit. That's his whole spew. He doesn't answer the bell every single time, but when he's clicking on all cylinders, he's one of the toughest battlers to get a W over when he has it. And that's what Swamp is up against. Well, what does that mean for Swamp? Well, I'll tell you. What has Swamp been doing lately? Well, Swamp just had a battle at Apollo a few months ago versus Chess, which was a surprise battle. Okay, so we're looking at both two guys who have been over Takeover Battle League in the last 6 months to 12 months. They both battled on this league. Right before that, he had the main event versus Easy to Block Captain in Philly, which was a road game and a very tough battle for Swamp to win. Okay, but make no mistakes about it. Also, if it's not listed, but his most recent battle was versus Hollow the Don at Bulletproof up in Houston, which he arguably 30'd him. Okay, so he's coming off an arguable 30 over Hollow. He was impressive as the surprise battle versus Swamp, and a little bit of small hiccups, but you know, it comes with it. And then the laydown versus Easy to Block Captain, which was the first one out of the last three that we named. So what does that mean? He's redeemed himself for the easy battle. He wasn't terrible in the easy battle. I just thought he just didn't deliver as much as I expected him to. But that's okay, because I got remnants of the original Swamp versus Chess, and then Swamp was clicking on all cylinders versus Hollow. Okay, so it's safe to say that neither one of these brothers are struggling going into the matchup. So there is no who has the edge, who has the momentum, that doesn't matter here. These guys, I feel like, are on even playing fields. The only thing that separates the two in this matchup, in my opinion, is experience and tenure. And it's not like Swamp is still new in his regime, so I don't know how much that will play a factor in this battle. Could it? Yes. Will it? I don't know. That's why I say it's an even playing battle. It's a pick'em battle. Swamp versus John is a pick'em battle. If I was Vegas and I had the odds, I would have it 60-40. 60-40. 60 for John, 40 for Swamp. Some of you might have that switched around, though. I don't know. I ain't really John inconsistent. I ain't even feeling John, or whatever the case may be. I got Swamp 60. I got John 40. Still a pick'em battle. That's still close enough to pick them. There's no upset here. Whoever wins, there's no upset. That creates a battle. They are the co-main event on Exodus, October 11th. New York, the Big Apple, John's hometown. You know, he's from Yonkers by way of Atlanta. That's his second home. But if you don't know, John is from New York. He do get love out there. He threw an event in Yonkers. And not mistaken, the Rough Riders pulled up. This event will be live pay-per-view. We will be calling the pay-per-view. It is at rapgrid.com. Get your pay-per-views early. If you are in the Delaware, Maryland, New York, Jersey, Philly area, and you want to attend this battle, go to info@takeoverbattleleague.net. For more info, you can also text 508-961-8400 or go to rapgrade.com or go to info@takeoverbattleleague.net. You'll get all your info if you want to be in attendance. And I didn't mean to just subject that to the East Coast, but I'm just saying for people in the area. Also, if you're from Cali and you want to fly down, you know, it's going to be a great night. We'll make sure of it. You'll enjoy yourself whether you're in the building, they pick good venues, or you'll enjoy yourself whether you're watching a pay-per-view. Frozen Bros, I have all the ones and twos and have you dialed up for that battle. But yes, John the Don versus Swamp. And I'm telling you, there's certain matchups you got to juice up. This kind of reminds me, and they have Snake Eyes versus T-Rex as the co-main, but I think John versus Swamp for me will be the co-main, even though Rex and Snake is going to get it. No disrespect to those brothers. We'll be working that battle down too. You know, I kind of look at this battle how I looked at Nitty and Calico too, just basing it towards Hitman and Murder Mook. I thought that battle could have been a main event in itself on a big card. I think Swamp and John could have been a main event too on a smaller card, but still worthy enough with the two names. I also feel like they're sitting in that sweet spot on the card, right there, getting the show started the way we needed. You know, it was as we approach closer to the main event. I think they're sitting in that sweet spot outside of the Saga and Av and maybe A-Ward and the Nightwing. It could be battle of the night. It should be a great battle. It should be a great matchup. I know John always likes proving points, and I know Swamp likes proving the naysayers wrong. And we should get a good battle. So, with that being said, I'll see you October 11th. That's this episode of Walk 'em Down Exodus. October 11th, Swamp versus John the Don. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will.
They watch me like they watch the news. We don't do no talking, we know what they do.